Hi, Timothy Mitchell from LexJet. I am here with Tiffany Bisson. She is my guide and the general manager of the EFI facility. And we have been discussing the 340i Plus. The 340i Plus, I think it's a pretty remarkable printer because it's sort of this holy grail printer that everyone has always wanted to do, which is I take fabric, roll of fabric, like in this case, 126 inches. I load it in the back, I feed it through the printer to the front take-up reel, I send a file, and then everything comes out completely finished on the front of the printer. So I don't need a third-party calendared press, I don't need another thing. It's all self-contained right here end to end.
Correct.
And the EFI Fiery drives it all for the software.
Correct.
And then I download a profile right from the internet, put it in, and print right to this particular fabric, which is our VUTek line of fabrics, which print beautifully.
They do, yes.
Okay, so end to end, all I gotta do is just load it in the back, run it through like a normal printer.
Yes.
No other stuff going on here. What then would be the primary applications I would use this for? What are the reasons, if I'm gonna buy this, what am I gonna do with it?
So to your point, the VUFabric runs fantastic on this platform.
Yes,
it's absolutely beautiful.
It does. Yes, that's great.
So the main applications for the 340i Plus are going to be your front lit applications.
Okay, front lit.
So standard SEGs with no light, backlit, stretch frames, events graphics if you're going to be stretching them over sort of expo frames, things
so all
of
your
that nature.
tension frames, everything like that. Right.
And then flag. Two applications that are super important for this product is the backlit application and the flag, with really great superior density and saturation, as well as that penetration to the backside for the flags.
Okay, so if I went to the upcoming Print United trade show, which I will be there, and I looked around at all the things that are printed, chances are just about everything in that show you could run with this printer.
Correct, exactly.
Okay.
And I think that the really key benefit to that inline sublimation, that's the differentiator for the FabriVU, is that you don't have that loss of real estate, right? So if you're talking about this type of trade show graphics, you don't have a lot of wasted space with the unit. Everything is completely contained. You don't have that offline calendar. But also when we look at today's industry and manufacturing, labor, getting the appropriate support and somebody to run the unit that has that textile background, because it's, like you said, all integrated. Fiery sends the file over, you load the material, you hit go, you have all of those profiles. It really is a much easier process than traditional sublimation.
I've worked with many are just small to medium size. And one, they don't have a lot of space. And second, they don't have a lot of people.
Correct.
And then third, they don't have a lot of money. And so what they want to be into the fabric printing business. They know that that's a huge industry and the whole industry is shifting into display textiles for events, trade shows, everything else. This, I think, is the first printer that gets you into that reliably, that can do all the things it says it can do and do it at a price that's affordable, and the footprint is very modest.
Correct. And like you said, the labor part of it is becoming increasingly difficult. So having a holistic approach where everything is really taken care of for you, you're not having to stock paper, you're not having to do transfer, it's all one-step process, very easy. And
See, I love calendared presses, don't get me wrong, but I also like my fingies. so I've escaped this far, I've ducked it, so I'm happy to just stick over here and get everything done with a all-in-one turnkey system.
Absolutely.
Great, thank you very much for explaining all that to me.